Good afternoon, Liverpool and whole class. I hope that you're well and that we're going to have a look at some materials. Now, this isn't materials like you've just done, like wood things and metal and copper. These are all about changing materials and about the melting process. Have a look at these three objects: ice, jelly and chocolate. Okay, think about how ice starts off and how jelly and chocolate start off. We say they are a solid material. Okay, not like water or orange juice. What would we call that? We would call that a liquid, wouldn't we? Now then, let's have a go. We're going to experiment with these three if you've got some. Have a go at melting some jelly or chocolate. What happens to them when heat is added? What are the changes? Does it stay the same? Each cube, what happens to each cube? It's like it dissolves, doesn't it? It dissolves. And we say it dissolves into a liquid. Watch an ice cube melt. Get an ice cube. What happens to the ice once melted if you put it back in the freezer? If you get your ice cube, it dissolves, doesn't it? So it started off as a solid, it melts into a liquid. Then if we put it back into the freezer, what happens to it? It can go back to its original shape. That's why we say ice is a reversible material, because it can go back to its original shape. So that's what we've said. Look, what does jelly, ice and chocolate? It starts off as a solid. And what happens to them when heat is added? They dissolve into a liquid. What are all these materials? These are they are reversible. Can you say that? Reversible material. That means they can go back to their original shape. Can you design a poster entitled Changing Materials? Talk about what happens to them. Use the words. So you could draw a bar of chocolate, say it's solid, melts into a liquid, and then it can set again, can't it, into a solid shape. Mrs. Jackson and Miss Creaser and myself would love to see some of your posters on changing materials. Also, maybe try this little experiment with some cubes of chocolate or jelly, cubes of chocolate and jelly. Have 2 cubes of each, put one in the fridge to set and leave one on the side. Which will set the quickest? So you've melted 2 cubes of chocolate and 2 cubes of jelly. Is it the one you put in the fridge or the one you put on the side, just leave on the side? Maybe you could email us and tell us your findings. We would love to hear them. I hope you enjoy this learning and continue to keep safe.